කියලා ඉවරයක් කරන්න බැරි තරම් නිෂ්පාදන පෙළක්. කීස් නිෂ්පාදන අරිම මිලට හොඳම තත්ත්වයෙන්.
During the first three quarters of 2024, economy is estimated to have grown notably by 5.2%, which is much higher than what we originally expected, with major key economic sectors recording expansions. Building on the momentum in the economic activity, leading economic indicators of industry and service sectors, the two largest sectors, reflect a continuation of the expansion in output of last quarter 2024 as well. So numbers will be out soon. Accordingly, the real GDP growth for 2024 is now projected to have grown by around 5%, registering the highest growth since 2017 that we had close to 5%. The higher than expected growth also provided evidence in deflation in recent months was not due to demand factor, but mainly due to supply side factors, including administrative price adjustments. Low interest rate environment coupled with adequate levels of market liquidity supported the economy to progress through its recovery phase. Accordingly, these enabling conditions encourage consumer spending that we are seeing picking up and promoted investment that led to basis for the economy. But investment still there's some more space to grow in going forward. On the external sector, continued its positive momentum in 2024, building renowned resilience in the sector. The balance of payment position strengthened, and the current account is estimated to have recorded surplus in 2024 as well. A record of 2 consecutive years of surplus in the recent history. So, central bank purchased the highest ever annual amount of foreign exchange from the domestic financial market in 2024, exceeding $2.8 billion on a net basis. Gross official reserves increased to around $6.1 billion by in 2024. We are confident that we can build up more. Central bank focus going forward obviously will continue to be on maintaining stable inflation around the target of 5% that we agreed with the Minister of Finance, while ensuring that the economy remains on track towards achieving sustained growth over the medium term, thereby ensuring prosperity for the nation. This low and stable inflation is essential condition. Recovery in credit to the private sector has been supported by the noteworthy reduction in market interest rates. However, the central bank observes some excessive outlay rates of interest on facilities extended to MSMEs as well as marginal borrowers and certain credit products which are not consistent with the prevailing relaxed monetary policy stance. Moreover, risks associated with lending are on the decline, while the credit appetite of the banks and financial institutions is improving given the overall stability and the recovery that we are seeing. Therefore, with the view to making low interest rates credit accessible, central bank will closely work with banks and the financial institutions to reduce any excessive margins on interest rates that still prevailing in certain market rates to ensure that inflation is kept low and stable with a view to promoting overall public welfare. It's an important objective. Amidst this development, to ensure that domestic savings are promoted in a low interest rate environment, the financial industry is encouraged to introduce innovative solutions and products to promote savings in the context of rapidly aging population, while also embedding elements of liquidity and safety to compensate for interest rate volatility during business cycle. Meanwhile, the central bank will explore ways to gradually phase out our holdings of restructured bonds. We are large around 2.6 trillion, a legacy of the central bank finance support to the government during the crisis. So we have to unwind gradually over a period of time. Central bank is in the process of reviewing the current reserve requirement in line with the international best practices. Required changes will be implemented following stakeholder consultation. Obviously, we consult the stakeholders, banks and the market players to optimize the SRR framework for the benefit of effective monetary policy implementation and the overall financial system. Further, the central bank plans to transition to a more market-friendly system through open market operations in this year, with a view to effectively manage implementing the monetary policy under the single policy interest rate mechanism. In addition, the central bank will enhance the liquidity forecasting framework. That's an important agenda for us to be ability to properly forecast liquidity in the interbank market and explore alternative approaches to manage money market liquidity in line with the flexible interest rate framework that will continue to improve. The external current account is likely to record a deficit in this year. That's necessary for when economy is picking up. Sri Lanka needs to maintain external current account at a sustainable level. So I think maintain current account deficit of 1 to 2 years is not a challenge that we can easily manage, but that's why we need to manage that current account deficit going forward. We will continue to strive towards key commitment of rebuilding external buffers under the program by purchasing forex from the market and building more resilient and buffers. This build-up of external buffers needs to be facilitated by sufficient foreign exchange inflows to the country by way of enhanced earnings of foreign exchange, both all from merchandise, service exports, or remittances, foreign direct investments. Those are the important areas areas that government need to focus on promoting for us to be able to build buffers for the central bank. Due attention will be given to strengthening risk mitigating aspects to ensure the safety of invested foreign reserves. That's our responsibility to generate safety and return of the increasing reserves that we manage. Aligning with our mandate, Central Bank is committed to maintain a market-determined and flexible exchange rate, serve as a buffer against external shocks, if there's any, with interventions aimed at building up reserves and mitigating excess volatility in the exchange market. Obviously, the exchange market should be able to stand in shocks and have smoothing out volatility. For this purpose, we hope to introduce what they call benchmark spot exchange rate as a reflective rate to guide participants in the domestic foreign market, and which much more transparently information available to all the players as well as to the general public.